Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the professional main event of the evening. Introducing first, finding out the knockouts haircuts for men, red corner. This man weighed in at a ready 135 pounds, representing Easton Training Center. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dan Wilson! His opponent, fighting out of the Last Call Tavern blue corner. This man weighed in at a ready 134.8 pounds. And fighting out of Pueblo, Colorado, representing Anointed Warriors. Also making his professional Muay Thai debut. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Zach, the Anointed Warrior Riley!
Gentlemen, I want a clean, professional fight. Made like a man at all times. Professional Muay Thai gentlemen.
Last Call Tavern brings you this, our main event, a 135-pound professional Muay Thai fight featuring the Easton Training Center fighter wearing the black gloves, Mr. Dan Wilson, facing off against the Anointed Warrior Training Center fighter wearing the white gloves, Zach Riley. Both these guys making their professional debut. In the pro ranks, you can throw elbows to the head, and you can also knee to the head. Additionally, you're allowed to hold your opponent for longer amounts of time and do what's considered neck wrestling, trying to off-balance your opponent. And Riley coming out with the spinning techniques. Ron, the last time you and I saw Dan Wilson fight, he had just returned from Thailand, and he put on a Muay Thai clinic.
What a dazzling performance that was, JR. It's something that etched a memory in my mind. I absolutely love watching both of these guys fight. If you want to talk about technique, I mean, both these guys are the epitome of technique, specifically Dan Wilson. And I think we have a slight slip. Yes.
And Zach Riley, a very decorated MMA fighter, makes the debut in the professional Muay Thai fight here. And nice catch and dump by Wilson. Just beautiful Muay Thai technique there. Very classic.
Yeah, I got to tell you, this is a treat. This really is a treat for everybody that watches because both these guys are so skilled.
Wilson went for the jumping in elbow there. Riley did nice with the spinning kick.
Riley is effective with that leg kick right there, and he's landing right behind the crux of the knee on Dan Wilson and following up with knees.
As we said, in professional Muay Thai, they're going to let these fighters stay in the clinch a little longer. What they told them in the rules meeting is, as long as you're working, as long as you're not trying to take a rest in there in the clinch, we're going to let it go.
And Zach Riley landing right now.
Riley goes with the elbow. Wilson flashes back a counter of his own.
Wilson just so calm, cool, and collected in there. I mean, just a fantastic fighter. I just can't get enough of watching these two go at it.
Riley comes across nicely with the elbow. Referee Oscar Martinez breaks the fighters. Not enough action going on.
You know, and both of these guys really represent the epitome of professionalism. They really do, and at such young ages, it's just a very, very bright future for both of these guys. Really exciting.
3-minute rounds in the professional division as opposed to the 2-minute rounds, and these guys wearing 8-ounce gloves. I think we were seeing 10-ounce gloves earlier. Beautiful kick lands for Wilson. Riley able to get the dump this time. Not counted as a knockdown, so the judges don't give that a 10-8 score. But obviously, your opponent has to pick himself up off the canvas, take some energy, take some time. And a nice spinning back fist in order to close out the round lands for Zach Riley.
Outstanding action in the first round, both of these guys. Just outstanding fighters. Zach Riley, as you referenced, JR, a very decorated MMA fighter. One of the guys that I consider an up-and-coming superstar in the state of Colorado. And, very, very well represented. True professional at such a young age. Super impressive to see. And Dan Wilson, like I said earlier, when you talk about Muay Thai technique, just absolutely picture perfect. I mean, I don't think it gets any better than Dan Wilson in terms of technique. Comes from a great camp as well. Always puts on just superb performances. This is a real treat for us.
Seconds out, ready to get round 2 of our main event, 135-pound professional Muay Thai. We saw both these guys flash their elbow techniques, neither landed real clean. Let's see if they go back to some more of that here in round 2.
Zach Riley starting off the round with a nice low leg kick again, as he did in the first round.
Wilson one more time, classic technique, catch the kick, sweep the leg. It's not just a Karate Kid line.
You know, no.
Thanks, Ron.
You bet, buddy. I'm here for you. Zach Riley, I got to tell you, when I watch Zach Riley fight, he shows a lot of the same type of motion that Conor McGregor does.
And a big elbow came across for Riley. Nicely done getting it over the top of the guard of Wilson. And you're right, a lot of the very clean spinning, very precise physical techniques.
Yes, yes.
And Wilson's like watching a Muay Thai instructional video.
It really is. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a picture-perfect technique every time. Wow.
Riley had his guard in place. Wilson put it up there nice, and one more time. Wilson shows he's able to see that kick coming. Riley has to be careful about winding up on that, letting his opponent know.
Beautiful inside leg kick by Dan Wilson.
Riley answers well and then goes with a knee to the outside thigh. A step-in knee, nicely done, and then a skipping knee to the body by Riley.
You know, I got to tell you, JR, so far, as technical as Dan Wilson is, he's really a little bit tentative tonight, and that's not normal for him. Granted, he's giving Zach Riley a ton of respect, which is absolutely due, but I think he's going to have to stay a little bit busier from the rest of this round and obviously in the third and final.
Riley stretched out on that technique. Wilson able to capitalize. And like you said, Ron, the corner of Wilson now asking him to come forward more. Wilson puts up the knee guard, keeps Riley from coming across with a power strike to the body.
And Wilson with a nice flashing head kick.
And it's on the separation, something a lot of fighters don't pay enough attention to. You take a step back, your opponent takes a step back. Whoever it is, somebody should be throwing a technique, and Wilson's showing that.
You know, again, though, that's been the theme of the night tonight, is stay busier than your opponent. And I think Zach Riley has just been a little bit busier tonight.
Good knee up the middle for Wilson as he was being pushed back into the corner. Referee Oscar Martinez, very experienced Muay Thai fighter himself, letting these guys go in the clinch.
And I love that about Oscar Martinez. He really does. He understands this inside game very clearly and lets these guys do their thing. I like that.
Riley blocked the first couple of those knee strikes with his elbows, but Wilson going with the flurry now, landing back and forth to the body, rights and lefts with the knees. We're taking it to a third.
Wow, wow. Great second round of action again. So, this is an interesting fight so far. I gave the first round to Zach Riley, staying busier I should say. I think I just gave that second round to Dan Wilson for staying busier, and really he stole it in the last 30 seconds with that series of knees that landed and pressed Zach Riley against the ring. So, one apiece going into the third and final for a title. Or no, I'm sorry, not a title, for a decision. But this is interesting. I'm curious to know what the corners are telling each fighter. I'm sure that they're both telling them to stay busy, keep the pressure on your opponent, mix things up and change levels, and see if you can get this one snuck out at the end of the round.
Big smile from both fighters. Touch of gloves. Now they'll try to render each other unconscious.
I love that line.
Riley comes in, just plants his feet and throws a power overhand right. Wilson let it come in.
And you know, Zach Riley is known for having a lot of power.
Good job scoring off the turn there by Riley. Wilson throws a powerful kick to the rib cage. and a jumping elbow lands for Mr. Riley.
Nice escape like that, huh?
Wilson, great job with his knee guard on the inside, really shutting down the lower body attack from Riley when they're clinched. The ability of these guys to read the other is really impressive. A lot of strikes that I see coming that I think are going to land well. Their opponents just stepping out of the way of them.
Absolutely right. Great call on that. And they're both just, you know, you can see the respect in each of these guys for their opponent.
Both of them trying to get a trip there. Now Wilson had a good flurry of knees late to end round number 2. Tries to get off again with another prolonged flurry. Riley wings with the uppercut.
Nice inside trip from Riley.
Good dump by Mr. Riley. Wilson looks to his corner for instruction, and all they say is move forward.
Nice block by Riley. Nice block by Wilson. Nice defense by both of these guys.
Yeah, neither one of them has really taken anything that staggered them, but they've really been putting the power on each other. And speaking of power, Wilson shows it in the body kick. Now Wilson looking to press the pace.
Spinning elbow a la John Jones.
And Riley showing he's worn just a little bit, has his hands down around chest level instead of up around his ears where they were earlier.
I saw him taking some deep breaths. I agree with you, JR. And he's really dropping those hands right now.
That he is. A little explosion of energy there by Riley. Takes a foot to the face. Oh, and a good 1-2 by Wilson.
And Wilson definitely staying busier this round.
And here Wilson with great balance to avoid that sweep. More skipping knees for Wilson. He's put that technique to good use tonight.
I think he just hurt Zach Riley. Maybe
10-second clacker sounded. Looks like the judges get to determine the winner. And the bell. We'll take it to the judges.
Hey, up, and this is over though.
And the air horn ran out, so that's why we heard the whistle instead of the horn.
I mean it too.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, everybody that donated, we'd like to say thank you. And I just got this amazing note from the state of Colorado. All the officials today have matched the donations for the little girl here we are honoring. So let's give it a round of applause. And ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for another amazing Muay Thai fight? We go to the scorecards. Judge Joe Garcia has the bout 29-28, Dan Wilson. Judge Ron Mann has the bout score 29-28, Zach Riley. And Judge Hill Hizbeck has the bout score 29-28. Your winner by split decision, give it for Dan! On the promotion, and 2 times you put on a show like that. What an unbelievable clinic of Muay Thai. What do you want to think today?
Thank you for all the support that came out of Muay Thai. First one was my coaches here, Tyler Toner, Sean Madden, Kevin Cleaner. Those guys been helping me get after Tony Cummings, Christian Mel. Those guys helped me get ready. So really tired right now.
Well, it was an awesome fight, and Easton's has just been displaying unbelievable Muay Thai skills. When Sean Madden first told me about you and Chris Trammell, I said, well, they better fight as good as you, and that was a lot to live up to, but you did not disappoint again. It was unbelievable. What's it like training for a Muay Thai fight like this with these killers?
All cardio. Just keep up with the cardio.
Dan told me if I didn't get him a professional Muay Thai fight, he was going to kick me in the leg, so that was motivation enough. We appreciate it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Dan Wilson.